Here comes the Onstage Dance Studio, temporarily called the On Float or On Street Dance Studio, and they are heavily armed, so do not mess with them as they pass by. The Onstage Dance Studio has a rather elaborate stage being pulled by this truck. As it inches ever closer, we may actually get to see some dancing, since they are the Onstage Dance Studio, as opposed to the Onstage Marching Studio or the Onstage We're Driving on a Float Studio. And yes, here comes the beautiful float. And behind the float, yes, another confirmation, we again have dancing in the streets, ladies and gentlemen. Dancing the streets behind the Onstage Dance Studio float. As they get closer, we will get a close-up. And as soon as Doug is ready, that's not a close-up, Doug. We were looking for a close-up, and we didn't get one. Doug will be flogged after this for telling me that we were having a close-up when there was no close-up to be had. But I'm assuming that we're going to have a close-up in just a moment, unless I'm assuming wrong. But you can see them dancing back there in the brake lights as flash bulbs flash akimbo, and everybody is cheering this lovely dance troupe as they come down the road. And we're going to take another close-up here, I believe. Let's go to the close-up now, or now is a good time. Or let me throw some at Doug. Doug, close-up, please. There's the close-up, ladies and gentlemen. The much expected and highly anticipated close-up of the float. And the dancers behind the float. And let's see what dance routine they're doing now. These girls range in age from 4 to 93. The 93-year-old is the one who's driving the truck. That's Miss Selma Atkinson from Topeka, Kansas. And they're, whoa, yeah, little nice, interesting moves there as the girls dance, wave, and shoulder wiggle their way down the street. And there's our 4-year-old. And now, we have more people coming down. We have Tuolumne County, all of Tuolumne County is coming down. It's Miss Tuolumne County. We didn't want to miss Tuolumne County. And Miss Tuolumne County and her court, I believe, are on board this float, which is being pulled by this lovely vehicle here. So let's cut back to, yes, there we go. Very nice shot, Doug, of Miss Tuolumne County and various other ladies who have sashes across them, which means they're important, even though we can't see their faces. Thank you very much, Doug. Well, it's just the way the lights happen to be strung there. And now we have another lovely shot of downtown Sonora. And here's the Grace Baptist Church. There goes the Grace Baptist Church. We'll take another close look at the Grace Baptist Church as Doug figures out which button does what. There we are. There are the little angels on top of the Grace Baptist Church float. And little angels they are. I don't have their names, so let's just call them Susie, Susie, and Susie. And Susie's looking really pretty today, isn't she? They're waving at the crowd. And coming up behind them, let's see, is what? Vic's Towing. Oh, Vic's Towing. There's Vic's tow truck. Actually, the car in the back, Vic was riding along and he saw a car illegally parked with a family inside. And doing his duty, he picked them up and put them on the back of his tow truck, and they're inside the car waving now, saying, "Help us, we don't want to be an impound." So I'm sorry, folks, if you illegally park, that's what you get. Vic's is always there. Tough luck, sorry about that. Now, we have the Blue Shoes Ukulele Group. An unusual group. They all wear blue shoes, of course, and they strum their ukuleles while singing. Perhaps if we were to listen, we may hear some ukulele music. So, lend an ear. I hear ukuleles, and it seems to be, yes, a song of a Hawaiian nature. And none of them are wearing grass skirts because it's very cold, and more than their shoes would be blue. Okay, coming down the street now, we have the Creekside Community Church. Thank heavens they are carrying a sign, because I didn't have them on my list. The Creekside Community Church coming down historic Sonora Street, which boasts a double yellow line down the middle. I suppose you've probably noticed that by now. The line is repainted every 6 hours. And the Creekside Community Church has a lovely float here with the cross and of course the reason for the season. And some music too. As I listen in, hark! I do believe I hear bagpipes coming down the street. But before the bagpipes get here, we have before them the Sol Luna belly dancers, who have no choice but to belly dance to the tune of the bagpipers, who are behind them. The bagpipers are from I'm on the wrong page. They're from the Celtic Faire. They're from the Celtic Faire, which comes in March. These are representatives of the Celtic Faire. Well, these are representatives of the belly dancers. The Sonora Celtic Faire, not another Celtic Faire. Do not accept imitations. It's only the Sonora Celtic Faire that we want you to go see in March. And we have representatives coming. We have lords and ladies, and we have lords with swords, and we actually have hordes of lords with swords. So you can see the hordes of lords with swords going towards the crowd in the street there. So you have to watch out if you go towards the lords with swords, because they could slice you. Oh, and there's a fire-breathing dragon. Now you'll notice the fire-breathing dragon is being pulled by somebody, and they have to keep replacing that person that pulls the dragon because the back of their heads keep catching fire. So that's what this crowd is for. They just take turns pulling the dragon as the conflagration, as the fire burns the back of their heads. And we see more people in period dress from the Celtic group. And there they are, more lords with swords and ladies in waiting. And I don't know what they're waiting for. They should keep moving. And coming up behind them is the Sonora Chamber of Commerce. And like earlier, if you have something you want to talk to the Chamber of Commerce about, here's your opportunity. Hey guys, can we get raises for people who narrate parades, please? They're not paying attention to me for some reason. I can't figure out why. And we have a lovely shot of the coming parade here. As you can see, there's a lot more excitement. And what is that? It looks to be an Oriental dragon walking